What's good, guys? Welcome to Belmondo TV. It's JC. Time to grow up. I'm back. Hope you guys are doing really well, looking after yourselves, healthy, mentally and physically. And guys, thank you so much. Thank you for supporting the channel, for showing love. There's so many people I can name, which I've already named in the last video. You know, the love is amazing, and I really appreciate the support. And if you're new to the channel, guys, please make sure you like, subscribe and follow the journey, and let's grow up, let's grow together. That's what it's about. Like I said before, this is not about, you know, I'm not an expert in life, but I'm an expert in my life, the journey, the growth, the pain, the heartache, the journey. And in doing so, you learn so much about yourself, about other people, your environment, who you are as a person. You find your identity. You know, that's so key. I think for everything that we go through in life, you really do find out who you are as a person when you go through struggles, heartbreaks, losses, you know, financial and emotional, every issues that you have, any problems that you have, you really find out a lot about yourself. And it is important that you use those experiences to really grow as a person and become the best version of yourself. You know, none of us are perfect, and we can never be perfect. You learn every day. Even if you're in a relationship, you learn every single day. It's funny because it made me laugh, actually. I remember having a conversation with my ex, and she was talking about her dating life, about giving guys chances and stuff, and I've noticed that she's always taking a dig at me, like, oh, you can't give people 1, 2, 3, 4 for 100 chances. And it made me realize how black and white some people think of life. You know, life is not as black and white as we think. You know, even if you've been in a relationship that didn't work, sometimes you've got to be intelligent enough, emotionally intelligent, and you've got to be intelligent enough and slightly logical enough to realize that what was the reason. Because there are circumstances that may make your friendship or relationship doesn't work. And that could be your environment. That could be like a support network. You haven't got family, friends to support you. You haven't got elders, people that can lead by example, that can show you sometimes what you need to do in a relationship, how to handle yourself, how to self-regulate. You know, there are so many circumstances. It's not even just about that. That's when I know, not to say I'm better than her in terms of my thought process. You only think about these things when you're growing. It's growth. I'm learning every single day. Life is not as black and white as you think, because people can change. I'm not skeptical about life, but some people are. People can change. Your action speaks louder than words. And whatever you've been through in life, if you put in the work, you're going to benefit from it. A relationship, that there are many millions of relationships out there that didn't work. They tried. And when people say giving a chance, you can be in a relationship for 10 years and going back and forth, but without none of you doing any work, without none of you taking at least a year and saying, you know what, I'm going to put my head down and really work on the things that really made me not a good friend, partner, husband, wife, girlfriend, boyfriend. There are many opportunities now to do that. People can actually do that. Obviously some relationship you can't fix, but I'm saying the ones that you can, instead of taking the easy way out, the ones that you can take time out. It doesn't mean you have to jump on a dating app and start trying to find something. because you're too quick to blame the other person. You know, you've got to have enough intelligence to understand life is not as black and white as you think. You know, we make mistakes, we learn from it. The only bad things that we do sometimes as human, and we keep going back and forth. It's not how many chances you give someone. It's about having the intelligence to say, okay, I'm not going to give you a chance. You go and work on yourself. And it's only when you start seeing from a distance that person is working on themselves. You're working on yourself, because the blame game doesn't. the funniest thing is the people that don't have the guts to say to themselves, I need to work on myself too, because I didn't help that situation. That's when for me, that's when you understand that person they're not doing the work. You know, they can claim whatever they want, but they're not doing the work. Because if you're doing the work, you should be able to know and see the actions of the people around you, yourself, and understand that we all need work. It takes two to tango. You can't go around and blaming the other person if you're in a business partnership. You know, you've got to work as a team. There's a reason why there's a breakdown of communication. There's a reason why circumstances, you know, like I said, your environment, and there's many reasons behind it. You know, and that is important. That's the reason why we have to have that mindset and learn from our mistakes and try to improve. Life is difficult, but it doesn't mean it's impossible. You know? So one of the reasons why I wanted to have this conversation, because it's fresh in my mind. You know, I went to a friend's house. I had to help her out with her garden. I love doing things like that, you know. Physical work, it's like going to the gym, you know, it's hard work. You know, I decided I'm going to help. I was around the house. I've been doing it for a week now, or a few days, 4 days, 5 days, nearly a week. And whenever I've gone down there, I've noticed a pattern in her and the kids spend a lot of time on screens, browsing phones, and it's pretty much most of the time you're there browsing the phones. And it just made me realize, not to be judgmental, but it made me realize why we all live in a kind of same planet, but we all in different world. Like, you got the rich people, middle class, and poor, and it's the same split into people that sit down all day long browsing social media, people that are ambitious out there, people that are using the internet to learn skills that can help them improve their lives. Why is that? It's the same planet, but it's a different world. You know, so it made me realize. I stood there, I was like, wow. Most time I've been here, she's always on her phone, or always on dating app talking about dating and stuff. Is that what really people do now? Like, the focus is so much on browsing social media and comparison, what I've spoken about before, instead of learning a skill, have an ambition, have an outlook where you want more out of life. What makes me different? It's not that I'm above anyone, you know, but why me? Why am I thinking this way? And in the same way, this morning I was driving and I drove past the bus stop and I looked. There were people just hanging around. Some people waiting for the bus. And I stopped the traffic light and I'm just observing. And you really get a sense of, we're living in a world where everyone is in their own kind of world. Same planet, but different world for everyone. You got people that are just standing in the bus stop doing nothing. You got people that waiting for the bus to go on their way, whatever they're going to. And it made me realise that why are there people that are ambitious, like you, myself, and people out there? Why do you want better for your life? Why do you want financial freedom? Why do you want to work on yourself, your toxic traits? Why are you doing all the work? Why do you want to travel the world and see the world? The world is a big place. You want to explore more to life than just waking up in the morning, having a coffee, walking the dog, and going on for dinners and like literally nothing. That's it. And for me, that's prison. I can't say any other word. I find that really, it's almost like prison, because I can't be like that. And it makes me, why have I got faith? Why am I so motivated? Why am I able to use every single problems that I've ever had, like heartbreak or loss and rejection that I've had work-wise in the past, and why am I using my journey to better myself? But other people are not. I can go on social media and not even browse Facebook or Instagram. My focus is just go on YouTube and learn a skill. Every single day you're learning skills, you're reading books, and the more you do that, the more intelligent you become. Because intelligence is not just about going to university. It's not about how you come across posh, having a posh life, and that's not, intelligence doesn't work like that. It's the knowledge of life, survival, understanding. How can I survive in this environment? How can I get ahead of the game? We are all creators from God. We was all made to create. Why am I working so hard for someone else and I'm not being creative myself? That's where a lot of the frustration comes from. Most of the guys out there, or people out there, women, are frustrated with their lives, moan about going to work, a 9 to 5. There are people out there that love their jobs, and you can't say nothing about that. But I'm just talking about the misery that you see in people's faces. The ones that hate their jobs, the ones that are skeptical about life. There's no ambition, there's not drive. Life is difficult, but it's not impossible. Why am I ambitious? Why are you ambitious? Why these people not? You know, is this where we are in society? Guys, you have to trust the process. Whatever you're going through in life, there has to be more to life. There has to be. This playing, I understand it, playing is safe. There are people that rather play it safe than take risks. I understand people have mortgages. I understand people have bills to pay, and you have to. There's nothing wrong with that. You know, we've all been through it. You know, you have to work a job to pay the bills, but at the same time you have a spare time where you can start being creative, because you're a creator. Everyone's gifted in some ways. Everyone's gifted. It's just some people are able to explore that side of them. Really explore, you know what? I'm going to find out what I'm good at. I'm going to learn a skill. I can work and pay my bills at the same time I'm learning a skill that can propel me for another journey, a side hustle that becomes a full-time business. There's so many things that you can learn on YouTube. It's ridiculous. It's easier. We're living in an age where you can make money. You can start a business. You can, you know, it's just about trying. And failure, you can't be scared of failure. Failure is part of it. You have to keep trying. I remember someone say to me, oh yeah, you always like trying these side hustles, but you have to. You have to. If you don't explore, how are you gonna find what you need? Every single genius out there, multimillionaire or entrepreneur that's been successful, they all had a chance to explore. They all went through different ventures and tried different things before they got to that place where yes, and they build around that. That's what life is about. So when I see people hanging around or bury their head on social media, all they talk about, oh, I need someone in my life to fulfill me, or it's almost like, or browsing the social media, and then you got kids growing up burying their heads on some random stuff on YouTube. You know, so it's, as grown-ups, we're creating an environment where we are all lost in that world of social media. Yes, it's there, but where is the discipline? You've got to have a discipline to be able to say, you know what, I'm gonna live a different life. Ambition. And in hindsight, when I heard my ex saying, it's almost like a hint, I won't give you a chance. It's almost like, I've never asked for a chance. I won't give you a chance because I gave you too many chances. I'm thinking, I don't need a chance. If you're stupid enough to not realize that this is a different man you're dealing with, whatever we went through, I'm not that guy. I'm the guy that will use that to better my life, to become the best version. So you just made me become the best I can be for someone else. That's dumb. That's got to be the dumbest thing you can ever do. You know, there's a difference if that person made mistakes and they still not work on themselves, that there's no improvement, there's not, in terms of ambition, financial, intelligence, everything about them is improving. I can understand that. But life is not as black and white as that. Do you really think if I was in a relationship with a woman and it wasn't working, and we broke up 100 million times, it wasn't working, we went our separate ways, and I can see from a distance that they're killing it, they're working on themselves, they're ambitious, they drive, they're forced, they're intelligent, they're becoming the best version of themselves, do you think I'm just going to let them go and say, oh yeah, I gave you too many chances? I'll be stupid enough to do that. I'll be like, damn, I want that person back, because I can see the work. That's what it's about, guys. You know, that's what it's about. Mentality. Our environment and flow process is what makes the difference. Everything that you go through in life, from relationship to businesses, friendships, heartbreaks, and whatever you're going through, mental health, it boils down to your environment and how your mentality, how you think. If you can try to navigate and change your thought process, your environment, don't keep having the same people that give you bad advice, especially family members. Because if these family members are not doing well in life themselves, or their relationship hasn't been perfect, who are they to give you advice on your relationship or your business? I see people, parents, using the kids to get approval on relationships, on what to do. How is that? To be a leader, you've got to lead by example. You've got to create a path, a healthy path for everyone else to follow. But if you're stuck in that having the same mentality and thinking life is black and white, it's not. Like I said, life is difficult, but it's not impossible. Guys, do the work. It's not overnight thing. You're not going to cure overnight, but do the work and you will start seeing the difference. The difference is your self-awareness, emotional intelligence. You start seeing it. You don't need to look down on people, but you will start seeing it. You start seeing the people that not meant to be in your environment. are not working on themselves, their mentality. It's a lonely world. It's a lonely world, especially being an entrepreneur and working on yourself. When you start to elevate yourself, you will start to see it becomes lonelier, because not everyone has the same thought process. And that's what I said about when I look at people on the browsing phones, when I look at people in the bus stop, I'm thinking, just hanging around kids and what. It's all about this. Because you're working on yourself, you can see, you're more self-aware of what's kind of around you. And the only way you can teach other people is by your actions. You can't push people to be better. It's your actions. You can elevate yourself, make yourself a better person, become the best version of yourself, and people can see it. And that's the only way you can make people see. My journey here on this YouTube channel, I love it because I'm able to do things on here, share with you guys. You guys share your wisdom, your ideas, your views. We'll bounce off each other and we'll create something that's beautiful, and that's what growth is about. It really is time to grow, guys, and please, it's about the work you do mentally, physically, your environment, the people around you. Don't stick around the same people that are giving you bad advice. The world is not black and white. People can change. You just have to be willing. It's not overnight thing. Don't be too skeptical about life. Do the work. Change your environment. Change your thought process. And be that person that's going to lead by example and open doors for everyone. Because once you lead by example and you're doing well in life, you can help those people. Not force them, but help them. Give them wisdom if they want to listen, but your actions will make them wake up. Thank you so much, guys. Stay blessed, look after yourself. It really is time to grow up, and it's the journey. That journey starts here. It's never too late to start a journey. Love yourself, look after yourself, number one. If you're able to look after yourself and make sure you're the best version you can be, everyone else around you will follow. But don't get distracted. There are people that are skeptical. There are people that would badmouth you and say whatever they want to say, but you focus on what you have to do. It's not always easy. It's hard. Every single day you're challenged. You have to question certain things, but as long as you have that full process, self-belief, self-love, faith in God, you'll get there. Big love. Always bless.